Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Barry and Ginger, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Ginger's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Barry's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give any correction. The only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and let go on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using, and she's going to be coming home with her very own training collar. We're going to be showing you how to use that effectively when we bring her home. Now, Ginger's sitting very nicely at Barry's left, and on our left side is where all of our obedience training is done. The first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. The command is Ginger, heel, and they'll take off walking together. Ginger's job at this point is to stay even with Barry's left leg, not forging ahead or lagging behind. And it's bike week this week, so we have motorcycles going by and lots of distractions. When Barry stops his feet, she sits automatically without being told and waits for her next command, and he praises her for a job well done, and then he tells her to heel. Nice automatic sit. So when you're walking her in the neighborhood and you stop to talk to a neighbor, you stop to cross traffic, she should be sitting quietly at your left and waiting for her next command. She's doing a great job. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. Barry's going to use the left open flat of his palm right in front of her muzzle and the one-word firm command to stay. I would recommend that you practice your sit stays and your down stays in your house as well as outside. When Barry returns back to her, he will walk all the way around her as an additional distraction, and she should remain seated until he returns all the way back to heel. At this point, she expects to get another command, and they're going to run through their heel, their automatic sit, and their stay again for you. So remember, now walk time should be a pleasure, not a drag down the street. Your dog should be well under control when walking with you. When you stop your feet, she should sit automatically to wait for her next command. If you tell her to stay, she should sit and stay. You're going to start out at 1 minute and work up to 3 on your long sit stays. It helps to develop attention span and maturity. This time, instead of returning back to her, Barry's going to call her to him. This is your recall or your come on command. Ginger's been taught to come and sit right in front of you facing your knees, and then to return back around to heel position and back sitting. And that eliminates the coming and jumping all over you. And Barry's going to set up again for another recall exercise, so you can see that again. She's very bright. She's very eager to please. And with you guys and with her, the difference between how she was when she came in now is like two different dogs. She comes right in. Barry praises her on the way in because coming to you should always be a good thing. And then she returns back around to heel and back sitting. Very good. Now we're going to set up for our down commands. The first down command that we're going to show you is a down from heel position. So with the dog on your left, shoulders even with your left leg and sitting, Barry's going to take the open flat of his left palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down. The long down stay, when you're practicing at home, you can practice right in your living room while you're watching TV. It's for 3 to 5 minutes, and again, helps to develop attention span, focus, and maturity, which were the things that she lacked. When Barry returns back to her, he will return exactly as he did on the sit stay all the way around, and she should remain lying down until she gets praised or is given another command. And they'll demonstrate that down from a heel one more time for us. But you can see how quiet, everything is very controlled, no yelling and hollering, little pats for praise. Doing a really good job. Now, as you get more familiar with your commands and you're practicing at home, you can mix them up. So this time Barry will call her out of that down.
Ginger, come.
comes right and sits. Very good. And then returns back to heel position and back sitting. And the last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance. This is a little bit harder exercise because the dog is not next to you. Barry's going to leave her in a sit stay and walk out to the end of his training leash. He's going to use his right hand to give the command and tell her to down.
Down. No.
Now, she didn't go down, so he repeated the command. He took a step in, said no, and repeated the command. And she has to complete her commands the way they were taught, so when you're working with her at home, don't let her get away with anything. Make her do it. Now, we've demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the exercises that we want you to practice with Ginger. We will answer any question that you have about her in-home behavior when we bring her home to you. She's done a really fantastic job, and we will see you very soon.